Cimoooooooo!
What's going on, guys? It's Cimo, and today I wanted to bring you a deck profile from the deck that I ran at YCS Las Vegas last weekend. I was going to bring this to you earlier, but some things come up and I didn't have the opportunity to actually record this in time. So I thought it would be good to just kind of give you a little bit of overall rundown of what I ran, how the experience was. It was awesome. I got to see P-Bunny, and I met a bunch of awesome people at the event, so that was cool. I'm going to put at the end of the video, P-Bunny and I actually played Lose Your Ass with our entry packs, so I'll stick that at the end of the video. But without further ado, I played Monarch, so let's go ahead and just get right into it. I know that Monarchs aren't technically like considered the best deck, but I used to play Perfect Circle back in the day, so just for nostalgia reasons, that's the only reason I actually decided to play this deck, is because I love Monarchs in general. There's just something about it I always will love, and yeah, so 3 Ether, this is pretty standard. Ether is like fucking God, like I swear, this card is just so stupid. Along with Erebus. Erebus is just, well, I wouldn't say God, more like Satan, because this card is just fucking unholy when you can just rip cards out of your opponent's hand. But Erebus is equally as good. Being able to send him, or just retrieve either Ether or Erebus from grave with its effect is so useful. I played double Kuraz. If you're playing this deck, 2 Kuraz is the correct number. You could play 3 if you're really ballsy and feel like bricking a lot, which this deck already has issues with, but you can't play 1, because if you open it, then Ether is just completely fucking dead. So you need to play 2 Kuraz, in my opinion, at least, if not 3. And then for the Monarchs, to round that off, I played 1 Thestalos. People are kind of like iffy about Thestalos. This card won me games. I mean, it's just like, it's that fucking good of a card. The burn effect can actually be relevant because I am playing Quantum, so I can tribute a fire monster. And just to be able to have the knowledge of your opponent's hand is so fucking good. So that's going to wrap it up for the actual Monarch part itself. Getting into the rest of the decks, I did play Quantums that I mentioned, but I did decide to play 2 Idea and 2 IDOS. Reason being is these 2 cards are still really good. I love being able to recur my spells back from Pantheism with Idea's Grave effect, and then IDOS just being able to just, banish the special Idea to just get the extra tributes, things like that. It's still a really powerful engine that I didn't really want to completely neglect, so I decided to run it in a smaller version, and it came out well, so I'm happy that it did. Then getting into the Quantums, I actually went balls out, and I played 3 red layer, and I guess I can go ahead and just throw a blue layer in here too. Obviously, you're going to run blue layer. Most people run 2 in 1, and then the E-Tellies. I actually decided to run 3, just in testing. Like, I couldn't decide on, like, how I wanted to run the build. And then eventually, I said, fuck it. I'm just going to throw 3 red layers in and see what happens. And it's like, you always want to see this fucking card, because when you summon one and you have one in grave, you get the other one back. So it's just a free plus. And then it's just like, you can just keep fucking going. If you have return, you can just tribute the one you added back. Like, it literally is just, this card is fucking amazing. You want to see this card as much as possible. I only dead drew this like a couple times, and it's like, it's not even that big of a deal. You could just set it and it just gets shuffled back, or you can E-Telly it out of your hand, so it's really not that big a deal. So that's it for the monsters. I think it's like 17 or something like that. But in any case, getting into the spells. So literally what's cool about my spells is that all the spells I played, they're all 3 of. So I played 3 Domain. Obviously, this is the best card, and well, I mean, I guess a lot of the cards are really the best card, but this card is truly the best because it does shut down, Draco Pals and things like that. The level reduction effect is really relevant, and it's just an overall extremely powerful card. Plus 800 in damage step is really good as well. 3 Pantheism. This is why I kind of took back what I said about best card, because Pantheism is just fucking amazing. Just being able, the fact that you can use this card more than once per turn is the dumbest fucking shit. Like, I don't know who thought of that, but I'm honestly not complaining. 3 Return. This is the other best card with my mismatching rarities here. The reason why Return is so good is because it dodges Strike, and a lot of people don't like running this card in mass. This card wins you fucking games. It keeps your advantage going. It dodges Strike, which is probably the most important part of it, because you just make this the last thing in the chain, and then they can't do anything. So it's just really fucking good in that aspect. And then we got 3 Tenacity, which is obviously for your searching. There's really not a lot to be said about that. And then 3 copies of Monarch Stormforth. And this card just the mirror. This card, I mean, Dark Destroyer, anything that's a problem, Stormforth basically outs it. Except for something under Felgrand, which I learned doesn't work. But that's okay. I decided to ball out anyway and go for it. Non-Monarch cards, I played 3 copies of Emergency Teleport. Again, some people who run Quantums decide to run 2. I decided to just go all out and run 3 because I wanted to just make it as consistent as possible. And funny enough, I didn't have any issues for the most part. I think I drew a couple of these like twice, but I was able to get the blue layer back into deck to just keep recycling it, so it didn't even matter. And then last but not least, 3 copies of Upstart because again, we want to make sure that this deck is as consistent as possible because it has the ability to brick. And I'll just go and put the traps right here. We had 2 copies of Prime, not 3. I kind of wish I ran 3 so I could have one on the field, and I'd maybe in a future build consider running 3, but for now 2 was good. People would try to banish it a lot, which kind of sucked, but other than that, the 2 worked really well. This card is just so many things can't get over this. It's actually really funny. So 40 card deck, obviously, because it's Monarch, so we don't really want to go over that. But yeah, that's going to do it for the main deck. Extra deck is non-existent because we are playing domain build and we don't want to let our opponent use the extra deck. For the side deck, the running joke I had for the weekend is that my side deck is actually probably worth more in monetary value than my main deck, and only because it's Monarchs, but I just thought this was really hilarious, and you guys will see why. So, we played 2 copies of Battle Fader. After seeing the YCS Prog, and I'll show off the nice ultiness of these here. After YCS Prog, I actually thought about the whole Battle Fader theory, and it actually makes a lot of sense, because you know, it's going to save you. Like, you side these in mainly against Cosmo or, like, maybe even Water. But, yeah, so the card's going to save you from getting OTK'd. And then it's tribute fodder. So if you have Domain, you just lower anything you want, and then you have a free fucking monster. And that's there you go. I mean, it actually makes a lot of sense. And I battle fadered people so often over the weekend, and, like, one guy was like, fuck, I really should have seen that coming. So it's like, it's funny how frustrated people get when they see this. And yeah, so it was a really good call. I really liked it. And plus for time, it's amazing. 2 copies of Effect Veiler. I mean, just alone right here, we're probably over the worth of, you know, this entire thing. Veiler obviously is just really good this format. I didn't want to main them because I was going for consistency, but I sided them in very frequently. 2 copies of Majesty's Fiend. This was for Burning Abyss, you know, Phantom Knights. Also for Water to an extent, because then, you know, they really can't do anything because, I mean, it pretty much locks them out. So I actually didn't side these in that much, though. Max C, again, kind of the same theory as Veiler. Didn't want to main them, but I wanted to have them sided, and I sided them in quite a bit. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, 3 copies of Twin Twister. You literally, like, okay, the bane of Monarchs is you have to side this card in every game, no matter what, and it just sucks, because, like, if you get Mask of Restricted, you fucking lose, but you need to side in this card. Like, it's just, you have to. So, 3 Twin Twister, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Raigeki. I would actually side these in a lot going first against, or excuse me, not first, going second against Draco Pals, because it would make, like, a really crazy board, and then, like, I would just Raigeki it and then just go the fuck off. And then, like, they really didn't have an out unless they made the Felgrand. And even if they did, I could get over it with Domain plus a Monarch, so it didn't even matter. And I picked up this nice first ed LOB Raigeki, so I just want to also showcase that as well. And last but not least, I played 2 traps, Solemn Scolding and Solemn Warning in the side deck. This one was interesting as well. My theory for this was, like, I wanted to play them, but for some reason, like, I couldn't fit them in the main. I wanted to also, you know, kind of keep with consistency. But so my theory was, okay, so if I lose game 1 and I'm forced to go second, or excuse me, if I'm going to choose to go first, or if my opponent would make me go first, which would be a really odd thing, I want to side these in, because basically against something like Draco Pals or anything, these cards can auto-win you the game if you have a good setup. And even not, they can stop a Pendulum Summon, or they can protect your board. But I wanted to only have these if I went first. And I guess I kind of didn't want to play them, not knowing I was going to go first at game 1 every single time. So at least for the fact I would know one of my 2 games, I was going to go first. And this would be the time, game 2 would be the time to bring them in. So I typically do that, and they actually came in handy. Scolding would stop a bunch of really powerful shit, and I stopped one guy's Pendulum Summon. He thought it was a Prime, and that was really fucking good. So that's going to do it for the side deck. Really, that's it. I mean, it's a really fun deck. I didn't do too well. I dropped after round 7, I believe, but overall, it was still a really fun experience. I played a wide variety of decks. I played a lot of Draco Pals. I played Water. I played Infernoid. I played a lot of different stuff, surprisingly. It wasn't just purely Draco Pals like I thought it was going to be, but that was the majority of my matchups. But in any case, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching the video, and go ahead and enjoy the session of me and P-Bunny playing Lose Your Ass. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, you too. I'm out of the shadow room. I'm here with YCS Vegas with Cimo. And we're doing, what was it, beat your ass?
Lose your ass.
Lose your ass, okay. Loser pack challenge where whoever pulls better will get the packs.
Get the whole pot.
So he naked 600. So I don't know how, probably naked on 20 here. Alright, let's do this.
Go.
Only supers, right? Oh, I see hollow. Oh, they're all hollow this back off. Fuck.
Okay, so that's about like, that's like 20 cents right there.
Alright, we're winning already. 20-0, guys. This card's actually really good.
So that's like, what, a cent?
Fuck.
Okay, so now you're down to 10 cents. That's like negative. That's
Is
like,
this card really good?
No, that's like negative like 30.
Is that like, it's dark hole?
It is dark hole. It's dark hole and then like a +2.
Oh my god,
Okay.
Jesus. I would have been happy with the set ago because supers were like not in every pack.
I know.
I think I'm gonna give these to him, which I'm not. I wouldn't be. Whatever.
We'll check it.
Oh, it's
Okay.
alright. Arigane's alright.
You got Ariadne. So at this point, if I just pull an ultra, like I
Yeah.
it's basically what this comes
It's
down
over. I think I lost.
to. Unless you pull like the strike, like. I don't
Oh
know.
my god, no. Okay. I don't even want to record this line. I already lost.
So that's about $1.
$1, alright.
That's about $1.
It's about $1, alright.
It's about $1.
People here. This is a nice shirt.
If I just get an ultra, like I win. Like I mean. See, okay, I just won.
Fuck.
Twin
Alright,
Twisters just
alright,
won.
we're turning this off
Like-
already. I think I got the eternal useful rare. I got like no useful
I know,
rare.
you got no useful rares. I at least
Oh
got
my
that.
God.
Okay, there's an ultra, so it's like
Oh my god, they stacked my packs.
the Twin Twister was like already like the savagery.
Isn't this like the cover card?
Yeah, it's a cover. Okay, so that's shit. So nothing there. As long as I get strike in one of these, like I'm fine. Oh, speaking of which.
Wow. And he calls it. It's called Infinity right here, dude.
If I get 2 secrets, like that might be the best opening I've gotten from an event. Okay,
So
so
it's keepers.
okay, so
Hey, we can be brothers here.
brothers.
We can be brothers.
Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Alright, I did the intro, give the outro.
Ah! Thank you guys so much for watching the video. See you next time.
Okay, bye.
Cimo!